All right, this is Maximus Analysis here for July 27, 2015. And right after the close, we could see that we are continuing to break below this 2080 area. The next level is this 2040 area. And again, there could be a little pop, but again, we want to see how much volume it has on the pop and understand that we are in the middle of this choppy range. And if we're in the middle of it, we are going to have our bias to the short side right now just because of how bad it has been. So if we take a mid level of this, we can see that we're below that choppy range. We got to see where we open, but again, any feeble rally would have to see how much juice it has up to the 2120 area. The YM also is continuing to the downside, and again, it's been pretty much fading, gave back all of this price action within a matter of the same amount of days that it has as well. So we're right here at this kind of this, not this line of sand. We could definitely see that we're in. I wouldn't be going long right now, quite honestly, just because of how the indexes look. And again, people might say, "Oh, well, you know, this is the buy the dip." It's again to just make sure that you don't lose sight of all of this, and we are well within the below the midpoint of this range as well. So again, any pops up on weakness, which we'll really look at volume if we get a pop up, will be short. So we have the NQ, which is actually the best looking one so far, but again, they needed to hold this area, and they're still kind of above it. So you can't say, okay, this one looks bad, because they could pop above this high of the day, but based on the other indexes, I want that ES to look a lot better. And you have the IWM that pretty much was very sideways, and you can see that it did give the pop up that we were looking at from a break of this channel, and it looks like currently you probably would be taking off some, quite honestly, right now. So with that being said, let's look at some of these index names, and we can see that Apple is pretty much at the bottom of the range, and I would not be looking to go long this name right now just because of how it looks. Google, again, if Google breaks above this high, that could be a pretty nice long, but again, we just have to see what that index performs and how it works itself out. You have Netflix. Again, there's nothing wrong about this trade per se if it breaks above this high, but your stop would have to be in this range right here. You have Facebook. Gave a little bit up. Tesla actually gave up a lot. I don't know how so it gave up a lot, and you can see that we had this price action to look at this little, kind of this boxy range to kind of look at price action so far. So again, a breakout. Again, this is another reason why I don't trade breakouts. These breakout people got ripped. And again, we thought that it was going to go, and it still could, again, if it gives some type of huge reversal. But today's action actually closed near the lows on high volume, as you can see right in this area right here. So that's something that you got to be very cautious with. You got the crude oil is continuing to go down. Again, it's 47, 44, and potentially 39 to 33. I don't see, and again, I'm still wondering why the damn pump doesn't look as good. I mean, I was down here in the southeast of New York, not New York, of the United States, and when we had the prices at this time, it was at $1.30. Now it's $1 above that at $2.30. Wonder why there's not correlation regarding that. But either way, I like the gas prices where they are. You have the dollar continuing to hold these bull pivots. You have the bonds that actually gave, moving up, still need to give some type of, clearance above this level, this 124 level, to kind of really be comfortable with it. You have Goldman. Goldman, again, this is another name for the Dow that if they move it up, you want to see what this volume looks like, because currently you have this going on. So you have these lower highs, and again, I don't want to discount this right now, but I want to see how it looks based on the index action. I want to see how it looks coming up if it breaks above this high versus just clearly seeing that, this claim, it's trying to say it's a double bottom and kind of go from there. But the YM looks sick. We had other names, again, Nike and all those other names that look okay. But the indexes, you can see some names like Chevron continuing to go to the downside. You got ExxonMobil still to the downside. You have CAT Cat again still going to the downside from the 84 sell. I mean, that's a good $9 off of there. That was a pretty damn good sell too. Just choppy and then giving you testing of these previous highs and then going back lower. So right now, again, we're going to really focus on these big boys, which is the indexes, and see what they're going to do over the next couple days. Again, I just shorted some crude today, and the ES action was okay. Wasn't the best action because it didn't really follow through. It ended up being like dumping and then just choppy. So again, I didn't trade that. I just traded the crude on the day trading thing, which I don't really try to, because again, I think that people miss day trading and start looking at such small time frames, and day trading needs to be incorporated. You need to look at the daily to day trade well. And some people might say, I don't understand that. But again, if you look at the higher time frames and how those correlate, or basically what your trend looks like on the higher time frames, to make your day trading a lot easier, to know that you're on the side of the trend. Again, you'll be stopped out, of course, if you trust your stops and put them in properly. But to say that you're right here, it makes it, this type of pricey action, this type of choppy price action can make day trading. And if you don't see it on the daily time frame, sometimes it makes the day trading so hard. But right now we have the key level of 2040 again. They're breaking this 2080 again, and you can see that it's basically right here above these highs. We need to see some type of follow through to the upside, and again above 2120 has to be discussed, because if they flag this on really low volume, then it's definitely something that could be short. Again, we thought this was the bottom. The Fed or whoever the hell stepped in really moved it up, but again, it couldn't get above these highs and roll back. So, I want to make sure, again, this is in your head, looking at my videos, to say, okay, this is in your head and we got to see if we can clear this, because any lower volume and getting at this midpoint level is a place that could be dangerous. So again, take care. If your guys took, I remember there's one guy on Twitter that I took that crude short. Congratulations. I think he got the 16-15 puts on USO. So congratulations on that, taking that trade, and go from there. Again, you should probably be close to taking some of that stuff off. Don't be a pig. All right, take care.